Hello, my name is Saboteur. Today I want to talk a little bit about VMR modification, just to explain some things, some basic stuff, just to let you people to understand better how it works. Because some people may have difficulties with understanding how everything is changed and what the mode is about and how it's different from the original game. So we are now in the private lobby. I'm alone and I want to introduce you to the VMR class system, which is something weird because it's based on the classic mode where you didn't have any kind of customization. I didn't also use the customization, like full customization system from the blacklist mode, because simply I would not be able to balance it for the new gameplay. It would be super difficult to balance all of the armor body parts for every single combination, and people would end up using one particular set anyway of the armor part combination because it would be just the best one. So I decided to make a class system which I can make sure is really balanced, or at least classes have their weak sides, they have also strong sides, so it's up to the player which one he wants to use. So let's start with the spy classes, because I think those are the most important for the gameplay. The mercenaries are not so much different one from another. So let me try to explain the spies. As you can see, we have 4 basic classes of a spy. The most base class is a classic spy. What classic spy has is night vision goggles, so he's using night vision instead of any other vision mode. He's using a flashbang, EMP grenade, smoke grenade, which is by the way mixed with chaff, so you can use it to counteract intel devices, and sticky camera. He's using the stun gun, which is the EMP crossbow, and stun crossbow, which is actually the SMG taser. So let's focus on that class. He can use night vision. Night vision is really good vision mode because you can use it freely all the time. You don't have to be worried about mercenaries detecting you, though mercenaries can detect all of the other vision modes that are able to see through the walls. You have the bottom bar, which is in fact the EMF detector. This detector is the same that mercenary use. It's detecting all of the electricity sources on the map and give you the location marker, like give you the direction in which you can find the gadget. So if some of the terminals are being heavily secured, as a classic spy you all the time can just follow the position of those gadgets, and you are pretty more successful probably in avoiding detection than other spies which will have to use the vision mode carefully. You have 2 weapons, like I said. This is EMP crossbow. You can switch off lights on map which are not switchable with this one, like this. You can use it to blend into the shadows pretty well. The stun gun is just SMG using the stun darts. It's not a lethal weapon. It's mostly used to stop a mercenary or tase him. You can also disable lights and gadgets with it, like a normal crossbow bolt. Every spy in the VMR is using the silence boots, which are just making his footsteps really silent, like it's supposed to be, because it's a spy, not an elephant. And his ability, because every spy in VMR is having his own ability, he's using the cloak, just like in the Chaos story. It's not a really long time ability that you can use running around the map, because it's lasting really short time. It's really much more situational. The effectiveness of it depends on what kind of background you have behind you, because if you have strips like in here, I'm pretty much more visible because I just distort the background behind me. And if it's the background being much less complicated, like it's just one texture or something like this, I'm being pretty less visible. Let's find some good spot for this demonstration. Yeah, let's see here. You can see a lot less distortion than on the surface, on the background being more complicated texture. So this is how you use it. When you use the cloak, it all of course can be detected by the mercenary EMF. He gets only the direction, not your exact position. So if he's like this close, he gets the same indicator if he's like there. Okay. And basically it's all that is unique about the classic spy. Okay, so now let's try the other spy class, which is the Saboteur, that is using the same weapons as the classic spy. He's using sonar vision, which I explain later, flashbang, EMP, sticky cam, and trophy. So as you can see, he's missing the smoke grenades. Saboteur is using the sonar vision. It's a modified version of a sonar. It has a really long range, the longest one of all of the vision modes. It can see through the walls, though it can also be detected by the EMF detection. It's not a real-time vision mode, so you have to like scan for the enemies. It doesn't give you any intel on security gadgets, except for the bottom bar of EMF detection. It's the same as in classic spy night vision, works the same way. Now, how is it modified in comparison to the original game? You can clearly see it's much darker, it's different filter. But besides that, if I'm moving really slow, like crouch walking, it does refresh pretty well, not too often, but it does refresh. Though if I try to run around the map, I'm moving pretty fast, it won't refresh at all until I stop or go slower. So this is not a good vision mode for action playstyle, for being aggressive and trying to, you know, do the Rambo stuff. It's good for getting intel from the pretty good range, but it's really bad if you want to escape a tough situation. He's using the disruption backpack. So if I use it like this, it generates a wave basically in which all of the gadgets are being destroyed. It doesn't last really long, but it's really good for bypassing any kind of mercenary security. It works for security mines, it works for the intel devices. It's really cool gadget to have. If you want to be the spy that is non-aggressive, it's really silent and is and is able to get in and out of the terminal without destroying the gadgets. Yeah, when I'm using it, it just makes a sound. The range of it is not big, it's a little bit more than the Intel device range or security mine range. It also can disrupt the vision of the mercenary a bit, not too much, but it's mainly focused to disable the gadgets without being destroyed. Okay, 2 weapons as always, and regular gadgets. Trophy system works kind of like in the original game, so you place it anywhere you want and it will stop flying grenades from killing you, for example if you hack a terminal. And I guess that's it about this class. So now let's explain the Predator. Predator is my favorite class to use because I'm really a fan of the thermal vision. Yeah, as you can see, it's using thermal vision, same weapons, same statistics, except for one. He's the faster reloader. He can reload weapons faster than other spies. It's just the balance thing, because he's a little bit underpowered with all the abilities of his. So he's using flashbang, EMP, smoke, sticky cam. It's the same equipment that classic spy is using. Nothing different from that. So let's choose him.
Hack the data terminal,
So,
but be careful.
Using the
The place
thermal
is crawling
vision,
with
as you
hostiles.
can see, a little bit different from from the original game. Thermal vision. The range is the same. It basically, what it does is can show you the mercenaries in the real time through the walls. This spy ability is an adrenaline. Its purpose is just to heal the spy. You can use it as a medkit of your own. You cannot use it to heal another player, you can just heal yourself. So this class is good for a little bit of a more aggressive playstyle, because you can reload faster than other spies, like you can see in here, because in VMR the damage system is being changed. So if I get wounded, I lose my health for a pretty long time if I do not heal myself. It's now let me detonate my system. I was too far. This will be the right. Yeah. Now you can see I'm wounded, and this effect lasts for a long time. I'm really vulnerable right now. If I get detected and shot, I will go down easy. So this class is best for just being really good at escaping the mercenaries and taking a lot of damage, because what you can do is simply use your adrenaline injection and it heals you instantly. So you're ready to take some attention of America again and escape. It's really good class for distraction and stacking. If you don't like being really slow and calculated spy, you can use this one, because it really allows you to fix your mistakes by killing yourself if you do something not really well thought. And all of those things are basically the same. You're being a really silent spy with a silent suit, and you have all of the other statistics the same as other spies, so nothing special about it. So let's take care of the last class of the spy, which is Intel Scout. using same weapons, same statistics, same equipment as the Predator, as classic spy. The vision mode he's using
Find and hack the data
is,
terminals in the AO.
EMF vision.
Use of deadly force is approved.
As you can see, this vision mode is pretty dark. It doesn't allow you to see that well as other vision through all vision modes. Though everything being electronical, like gadgets and mercenary, are being white. So you can clearly see the positions of the gadgets, the position of a mercenary, though you can you cannot see clearly the walls and all the other environmental stuff, which may just be not really good for using this vision mode for trying to escape or maneuver around the map with using it. So it's designed more for, you know, just go to the terminal, check where are the gadgets placed, where's the mercenary, turn it off, remember that stuff, and just go in, disabling the gadgets and avoiding the mercenary. You can just scan it all the time if you want. The biggest advantage of this vision is clearly showing the positions of the gadgets. So in advantage you have like more details on where are the gadgets. It's the best vision mode for disabling the gadgets and being really stealthy. Also it has a really long range. It's as I assume the same as the sonar vision range, which is awesome because it's real-time vision, not just delayed scanning vision mode like sonar is. So you can basically see everything in real time. It's through all vision, so it can be detected by a mercenary when you use it, just like the thermal and sonar. So be careful when you use it and how you use it. With a little bit of training and knowledge of the map mainly, you're able to tell where you are, and navigation is not being that much pain in the ass, but you need to have a good map knowledge, which is making this class not really good, I guess, for newcomers who didn't play a lot of Spy vs. American Blacklist. It's also being silenced, wearing silence boots. The ability that he's using is an adrenaline, so it's the same as for the Predator class. You can heal your wounds pretty easily, which is making you survive more, and it's more forgiving for you to be spotted and escape from dangerous situations. Yeah, the gadgets are pretty much the same. Also your weapons. About the statistics, nothing special, all the same as other classes. I did try to make the classes not be so different one from each other. That's why they differ mainly in the vision mode they are using and the ability, and all of the stats are the same, because I want you to be able to play every class if you are familiar with one, and those abilities that are being different are really situational. It's not like really gameplay changing mechanic that you have to learn every spy from scratch. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time.